Alright guys, so one day I was on my computer just watching the video, and then the sidebar that shows all sorts of videos that are like probably recommended for you. So I scroll down and I see this video titled "Why Gohan is a Super Saiyan is a fraud Super Saiyan." So that immediately caught my eye. So without further ado, let's get to it.
Finally, the last Saiyan out of the main four to achieve Super Saiyan. And that is something I felt I always wanted to see Gohan showcase to its full potential.
Okay.
Did we see Gohan fight somewhat as a Super Saiyan 1? Yes, we did. But not how I envisioned it to go. Not go in the distance style like Goku or Namek. But we know the score. Everything led to Super Saiyan 2, which I'm fine with. I love the story of Super Saiyan 2 Gohan and the build-up. But with all that glory of Super Saiyan 2, the poor Super Saiyan 1 form of Gohan, potentially when Gohan is in his prime as a regular Super Saiyan, we didn't get to see just what that could do. It just became a stepping stone and is becoming more and more forgotten as time goes on. Grade 4 is still the regular Super Saiyan but with enhanced stamina and the style of training enhanced prime as a regular Super Saiyan. We didn't get to see just what that could do. It just became a stepping stone and is becoming more and more forgotten as time goes on. Grade 4 is still the regular Super Saiyan but with enhanced stamina and the style of training enhanced Goku and Gohan's base forms even more. It would still be a 50 times boost, but a state of Super Saiyan with pure efficiency due to the base form being trained better. I also believe Goku could utilize grade 2 or 3 to raise his raw brute power, but it would cause stamina and energy issues, and I believe Goku needed that balance when fighting Cell rather than brute power, because as we saw, brute power alone didn't work against Cell. Now after Goku emerges from the time chamber, he asks Karen to gauge his current power against Cell, and this is a reliable gauge right now. You see, Goku uses about half power. Karen has felt the power of Cell so far and makes this clear, so we will go with the combat power he used against Trunks rather than the buff amp. And that's just my preference because the brute power amp state, I see it as a DLC pack to the real power, and it isn't really used to create a balanced overall fighter. He knows it's not Cell's full power, and it's reasonable to believe Karen thinks Cell still has another 50% power based on what he's felt so far. Karen says Cell is just a bit stronger than Goku, and in Karen's mind he is reiterating it by saying Goku doesn't stand a chance, so I feel like Karen estimates Cell to be 1.25 times to 1.5 times stronger than Goku's max power. Speed, stamina, a well-balanced form. This is a huge ascension over Trunks' display power with no drawbacks, which would absolutely dominate Trunks' current grade 3. The Cell games begin. Mr. Satan starts out and is comparable to Final Form Frieza, so we will put Hercule's current suppressed power at 120 million for being able to stand up to Cell with that amount of confidence where he only lost via elimination. But let's actually gauge Goku versus Cell's power. Goku goes full power and has stated he's beyond everyone. Naturally, everyone is in shock except Gohan. Cell powers up, and as we know, it's not even his full power yet. I like to call this Cell semi-suppressed Perfect Cell. The scary thing about Cell is, when the arena is blown up and it's a fight to the death, Cell is starting to overwhelm Goku. The arena rules help Goku stay in the game somewhat. But now, in terms of raw power, Goku is cornered and has to use the Kamehameha trump card. That's how overwhelmed he is in this battle. It's not equal at all. Goku gets a few good hits in here and there, but he's taking more flack than Cell. We had Gohan, who gave us a power-up with so much potential and awesomeness, shocking the audience and the characters in Dragon.
Yeah, but then you got beat up by Cell, bro.
Gohan as serious as he's ever been for a brief moment, only for Gohan to kind of just gradually lose motivation mid-battle and give his to Cell, thus leading to Cell just tormenting Gohan's emotions, dispatching the Cell Juniors, and kind of just disregarded the entire Super Saiyan 1 Gohan versus Perfect Cell battle and built up Super Saiyan 2 instead. Some massively underestimate this little dude as a Super Saiyan 1 and undermine his power massively against regular Perfect Cell, and some believe that Perfect Cell, when he powered up, would have stomped all over Super Saiyan 1 Gohan, stomped being the key word. But I love Super Saiyan 1 Gohan in the Cell games. I love the look. I love how focused he was at one point, and I wanted to see that explored. And I like how it was kind of still Gohan without him losing his rationale ever so slightly and becoming slightly more of a dick as a Super Saiyan 2. I really was super interested in seeing a Super Saiyan 1 Gohan go all out. There's something about seeing that level of Gohan be serious with his own intentions rather than be serious through an uncontrollable rage, and I find a Gohan that thinks carefully without sudden angry impulses, a Gohan that knows what he needs to do but needs to be slightly more cunning and smart about his decisions in combat, is a much more
Okay, so far I understand where he's coming from, but I don't really see like the whole fraud part of it. Like basically they just show Gohan go Super Saiyan as an achievement, but only minor, and then later on it paid off when he turned Super Saiyan after all the torment Cell put him through. So I don't really see the fraud part yet though, but
uncontrollable rage, and I find a Gohan that thinks carefully without sudden angry impulses, a Gohan that knows what he needs to do but needs to be slightly more cunning and smart about his decisions in combat, is a much more interesting Gohan to watch than just a power freak that rips everyone apart. I would have loved for the arc to have developed the fight a little longer with the Super Saiyan 1 Gohan, showing us how great of a fighter he is in general, and maybe even utilize some smart techniques in battle against Cell which he could have learned over the years and mastered them in the time chamber, which could range from a ton of moves like solar flares, after images, destructo discs, movesets that would have made the Super Saiyan 1 Gohan stand out from the powerhouse Super Saiyan 2 version, making Gohan use ingenuity combined with tenacity fights rather than big powerful Kamehamehas. And I feel we got that somewhat in the BoJack movie, seeing Gohan fight as a Super Saiyan 1 without being emotionally ruined to a degree. You've got to admit, seeing Super Saiyan 1 Gohan fight and not Super Saiyan 2 is just so refreshing sometimes. It's a shame that the BoJack movie was kind of stepping on it a bit just to hype up Super Saiyan 2. And rightly so, Super Saiyan 2 is awesome, but it seems that in this day and age, everyone associates Kid Gohan with the Super Saiyan 2 form or the Super Saiyan 1, and yet the Super Saiyan 1 Gohan form is not even a bad level of power for him. It's actually one hell of a strong form, balanced so much, mastered, and looks pretty unique with Gohan's hairstyle. And although I do think Perfect Cell would still win with that powered up form, it wouldn't stomp, and here's why. Super Saiyan 1 Gohan was so friggin' strong. You can be as powerful as you want, but if you don't want to do something, your potential means absolutely nothing. Because when Gohan did try, for a split second, Cell was on his ass and everyone couldn't believe it. And this is Super Saiyan 1 Gohan. Imagine we give Super Saiyan 1 Gohan that same motivation he had when he squared off against Vegeta in respect of his dad. Wow, I'd be scared of that Super Saiyan 1 Gohan. The kid has some serious kicking power and speed, as stated by Cell. Super Saiyan 1 Gohan should never be underestimated, especially when he tries. If he still couldn't beat regular Perfect Cell if he tried, I'd place my money on a motivated Super Saiyan 1 Gohan would have damn made sure that Perfect Cell fights hard for the win. How far do you guys think he could have pushed his Super Saiyan 1 power during the battle with Cell, considering he was stronger than his father? Do you think he could have dug right down to the full power of his Super Saiyan 1 form? Like I said, this is not a Gohan that is emotionally ruined, but the battle-ready Gohan we saw at the start. And if he remained, how do you think it would have played out?
You can win big on Hard Rock Bet with a little bet.
Yeah.
Or a Post Malone size.
Let's see.
Alright, so that's the video, but I'm not gonna lie to you, all the reasons he gave was, it made sense. Like, I understand where he's coming from, but as for the fraud pod, the title might be clickbait, so it was pretty interesting though anyways. But thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, spread word about the channel, and give me your thoughts about what you saw in the video, and yeah, I'll see you later.
Did you pray today? Did you pray today? Cause
No,
if you didn't, I'ma have to dig you down on some gangster shit.